Hi everyone, welcome to this Diablo Immortal video. I previously did a video where I did a speed run of the 20 shadow goals and managed to get them done within an hour just to show how easy they are to get through on a Monday. After that video though, they did a patch to improve this area and now it's much easier to get through the shadow goals. So I thought it's time for a rerun post-patch. As you can see, now you can see all different types of shadow goals listed. So there's a much longer list now and you can sort of get them done a lot easier. You no longer have to rotate between the 3 shadow goals and sort of if there's one you don't like, you know, having to do only the 2 and rotating them around. Now you've got a choice of just doing all the different tasks. They're all going to be available to do, which just makes this a lot more flexible, a lot more easier to get through your shadow goals on a Monday to help your shadow clan out for the leaderboard and just to help them out for that week. So yeah, we're going to do another speed run post patch and see how I get on. I'm going to start at exactly 12 server time, so exactly midday server time. At the moment it's 11:58, so I'm going to be starting exactly in a couple of minutes and we're going to speed through these shadow goals and see how quickly we can get them done now that all of them are available, and we no longer have that sort of anxiety of like, oh, which one's going to be next, you know, am I going to get this next or am I going to get that next, am I going to have enough time? And previously we used to leave Battleground obviously and then just cycle through the 2 remaining tasks and do Battleground at the end, but now I've got a choice of doing so many more. You got a much wider choice, so it's really cool. I'm going to go in with just a speed build. I've got Wraith Form, I've got Bone Armor that increases my movement speed, got Command Skeletons, and I've got Grim Sith as well. Let's start with Elder Rift, that's a nice one to start with. Okay, and the assembly has already begun. That seems like it's begun a minute early. The server time shows 11:59, but I've got a message saying 12, the assembly has begun. So I think I'm going to enter this rift now and let's get going. Here we go. So by the time I enter the rift, the timer should be at the starting point that I wanted. Right, here we go. So let's start with the Elder Rift. So this is the first week where I'm kind of doing the speed run of the shadow goals. So it'll just be interesting if it still takes roughly the same time or if it's dramatically reduced, just because I've got a wide variety of shadow goals that you can do and no need to wait to see what you're going to get next and sort of roll over 2 goals each time. So much more freedom doing it this way now. I'm really glad they implemented this in the previous patch in Diablo Immortal. It's going to make it easier for everyone really, just to get the shadow goals done and sort of less pressure as well, especially for anyone who's a bit more casual in the game. They can help their clan out a bit more. There's really no excuses to get the shadow goals done as quick as you can on a Monday now for your clan. Okay, so that's the first one. Wait for that portal to show up. Here we go. Let's get on that portal. Let's get out of here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna head to the assembly whilst the assembly's open. And then we might head into the vault. Let's do so what happened last week is if you did 4 floors of the vault, each floor counted for 1 of the shadow goals. Not sure if that's patched or not, or if that's just intended the way it is, but I'll find out now. So I may just join a random party just to do floors 1, 2 and 3, and we'll see if we can get 3 of the shadow goals done in one go. Similar to the blessings, I want to see if when I get the first blessing, it allows me to just unlock the second blessing straight away, sort of thing. So I'm getting a blessing now. I'll just say thank you. Let's have a look. So if we go into the shadows tab, click on my rank, Click on the blessing, click on Elder Rift, and if we scroll down now, Elder Rift has popped back up again, and the blessing has got 1 of 1 now, so that's changed. So you can only get 1 of the blessings counting towards the shadow goals, so it's not like you can get 4 blessings appearing one after the other, which is fine. Let's go to the vault and let's see if we get in a queue straight away. And we'll see if that area's been patched or if it's the same as last week. So I'm going to head over to activities, raid the vault, and just head over to the vault here. So let's get that out of the way whilst we've got the timer for the vault, which is open at the moment for 1 hour. And then I think I'm going to go and do some of the quicker, smaller activities that you can do. I might do Challenge Rift next. That's a really fun and quick one to do because you can just drop it to level 1. So here we go. Let's join this queue. Whilst we join that queue, let's have a look at the shadow goals again if I don't get matched up too quickly. If I don't get matched up in a few seconds, I will probably head onto another goal, but we've got 2 people so far. I'm sure other people must be keen to do the vault. So we're on the reckoning stage at the moment.
Together, we will do what must be done.
So we've got raid the vault here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. After each floor, I'm going to tick that. It says 0 out of 1, that's a thing. Same as the blessing, which said... Yeah, same as the blessing as well, which said 0 out of 1 and 1 out of 1. So I'm just curious to see what happens. I'm only planning to go to floor 3. We'll see if this party wants to go further down. But this should be a nice, quick vault run. So I've gone in with a CC build, which I really enjoy using. I used this build in Alley of Blood as well. I've got a video out where I did a top 5 beginners tips for Alley of Blood. I used the same build where I had Wraith Form, Bone Spikes, Bone Armor, sorry not Bone Armor, Bone Wall, and Borrowed Time for extra survivability. Okay, let's have a look at the shadow goals now. There we go, so it's got ×2, raid the vault. If I click that, see what happens. So yeah, it's popped up again, that's perfect. So it wasn't a bug or anything, it was intended. We weren't sure last week if it was just a mistake and they were going to patch it for this week. But that's really cool, that makes it really easy to get through the vault tasks. So you only really need a group that manages to go to floor 4. In fact, I could just go to floor 4 solo and see if that is good enough. I don't think you have to obviously win the floor, just have to sort of participate in the activity. Seems like I've randomly found a nice ancient lodge party, which is quite cool. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the shadow goals again. Just waiting until there's less wardens. Okay, just head down here, open this chest up, get some loot. It's always a good idea to do vaults quite early in the week. You get lots of nice loot, gold. Get to open the chests and sort of cap your weekly rewards for the vault. Getting out of the way early is a good idea. Okay, so if we have a look at the shadow goals now, if we go to my rank, you can see raid the vault has popped up again to claim. And I'm going to go into floor 4 by myself and see what happens. Right, Immortals are being alerted. I'm just going to wait for them over here where this chest is. They've entered the vault. This is going to hurt. 4v1. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. Looked like there was just one person there, but there's more. I'm just going to let myself get destroyed here. There we go. That was a quick one. Now let's exit the vault and have a look at the shadow tasks. Right, if we have a look at the shadow tasks. There we go. Raid the vault is done, and the vault has not popped up. Oh, it's got one more. Okay, so it does pop up again. That's cool. So you can do the vault again, but I think I'm going to exit there. So at least we've done some of the vault rewards. Now let's go and head towards. I want to sort of finish off the challenge rifts and the elder rifts. So it's interesting to see that if you go to different levels in the vault, you can redeem one of those rewards one after the other, so that's cool to see. I did want to check that out. That's why I wanted to go to the vault early, just to see if that is the case, and that's good to know. So each time you do a floor in the vault, you can redeem one of the Shadow Goals tasks. Okay, so challenge rift, I'm just going to pick one. So if you touch on the slider and go towards the left, there's a little button that pops up where you can sort of speed all the way to floor 1, not floor 1, but you know, round 1, challenge rift 1, level 1, which is really easy just to get the shadow goal out the way. So we're 9 minutes in, fairly casual at the moment. Okay, let's rush up here. I was hoping there was going to be at least a couple of blue enemies there, but not. Let's go up this way. Ah, here we go. That's better. That's what I was looking for. We've got a nice bunch of elites here. Okay, there we go. That's that one complete. If we have a quick look at the shadow goals before the portal opens up. Rank increase to Whisperer 3. Redeem that. And if we scroll down, we've got Challenge Rift and Elder Rift. Popped back up again. So I'm going to go in and do this Challenge Rift a few times. I'm going to spam this because obviously this is really, really fast. But yeah, it's interesting to see how this new mechanism works. So go all the way to 1, click on 1, enter, go straight in. So yeah, this is now much easier for anyone to do, even beginners who are sort of new to the game and joined a shadow clan and they sort of want to help their clan out. They can sort of plan their tasks a lot easier now and sort of jump in and do the tasks in any order they want. Depending on what they feel like doing, they'll be rewarded with a shadow goal, which is nice. You're not sort of bound by the small amount of goals that you were able to do before. I had some issues with Vanguard yesterday or early this morning. Hopefully they're all sorted out as well and I can grab the 5 rewards for Vanguard as well. Obviously that's not needed for the shadow goals, that's a different reward altogether, but it's definitely a reward that I want to try and get done and out the way on a Monday. Just so I grab those rewards and don't forget about the reset. Okay, let's mix things up. Let's do an Elder Rift as well. Jump into an Elder Rift. Just to mix things up a little bit. Go left and right between these 2 rifts. So let's see if we get lucky with some elites over here. And we're 12 minutes in. And obviously I'm going just slightly slower when I'm explaining a few things or checking the Shadow Goals tab just to redeem each goal one at a time as well. But it's not losing too much time really. And hopefully this also makes a nice gameplay video for anyone who's interested in jumping into Diablo Immortal or becoming Shadow. They can sort of see what the different varieties of activities are like in the game and what they can do. And what a Monday looks like as a Shadow. Monday madness. Okay, let's look at the shadow goals again now. Okay, Elder Rift is done, Challenge Rift is done, and grab the rank reward. So if we have a look here, we've got Elder Rift and we've got Contract. So I'm going to do one more Elder Rift. Actually, I'm going to keep doing Elder Rifts until Elder Rifts don't show up. And then I'm going to go and do one of the contracts. And I'm going to be leaving Battleground out until I really need it right at the end. That'll be the last one I do, because obviously that takes a lot longer. Okay, so here we go. We've got the boss.
Death is inevitable.
And if we have a look at the shadow goals again before the portal shows up. There we go. So we have got bounties, daily dungeon, battlegrounds, raid the vault, and complete a contract. So I think I'm going to do the contracts because obviously I can do them solo and quite quickly. And then maybe I might do a vault afterwards. So let's grab a contract. So obviously the contract, you have to head into the tavern over here, near where the Court of Whispers entrance is. And actually I'll put the speed stance on as well. Let's Rayform down here. Okay, let's talk to the bartender.
Whatever happened,
We have Hidden Flame. So the easiest, the quickest ones to get are Clarity's Bane. That one's a really, really quick and easy one. Hopefully I'll do get that one pop up. But I think I'm gonna go through these. These are nice shadow goals to get through anyway. They're nice and easy. Everyone's been doing these for quite a long time for those who have been shadows. And at least anyone watching can sort of see what some of these contracts are like. So this one's called Hidden Flame. We basically set the bait near the Sand Scorpion camp here. You place the bait, hide in the bushes, wait for this guy to look around. He goes and opens a chest, and then you knock him out and take his clothes. He disguises as a Sand Scorpion and let it load back into the instance. Here we go. So now you look like you look like one of these immortals. And he walks really funny as well. I always laugh every time I do this contract just because of the way he walks. These Sand Scorpions. That took a little bit long to load. So waited a few seconds there.
I must wait.
Okay, here we go. Let's head towards where the map is.
Still recharging.
Yeah, this one's not too bad. It's the safe house one, which is really annoying. And just depends if you get lucky with the right safe house that you pick.
Your corpses are mine.
And that legendary item on the map there, that should appear in my inventory, so I'm not running back to pick that up. Okay, head towards a stockpile. It's the last part of this. And then I will do one of the other contracts and see which one I get. And fingers crossed we get quite a quick one. I will do the vault task probably in about 10 minutes or so. The thing is, I don't want to be rude and just like leave on floor 1
That ability must recharge.
when that's kind of all I need maybe. So I may end up doing the 3 floors, which obviously takes a bit more time. But yeah, I don't want to be rude to the party and sort of leave them on floor 1. And that is it. I'm going to kill these enemies just so they don't interrupt me whilst I am teleporting back to the bartender. Oh, they interrupted me anyway. It's one of the most annoying things that happens in the game. Interruption while trying to teleport out, especially in when you're doing one of the terror rifts. It's really annoying. And then when you don't want to teleport, there'll be no enemies around you. Okay, so let's rush towards the bartender. I've got increased speed with the bone armor as well.
How interesting. Busy day.
Collected that reward. Grab the weekly reward and do the second contract. This one's not too bad as well. The red notch blade. Don't mind getting this one. Okay, here we go. Talk to Perth. Wait around a little while. And find Carlette. So if we head towards there, and whilst that's happening, let's click on the Shadows tab. Click on my rank. So we are at 11 out of 20 so far, weekly goals. So we'll do contract, and then we'll do... I'll do contract, and then I'll do the dungeons, and get the dungeons out of the way. And we'll see what kind of dungeons we get for that. And then I think I'll do raid the vault afterwards. So that's done. Okay. So yeah, no break here. Just a speed run from one goal to the other one. Seeing how quickly we can get these done.
Your death will balance the scales.
We go down here. Got 4 more Dune Wolf paws to collect. Or 1 more left to collect. And there we go. We've got the paws that we need. Now we need the furs. So if we farm the furs down here to the south. Okay. Grab them. And this is the one where you have to... Oh, kept missing the deliver items button. At least now you only have to click deliver though, and you don't have to select the item from the inventory, which used to be the case, and then they patched it, so it automatically selects the item from your inventory. So you get put into this instance, and then when you're in this instance, you have to sort of go in between these red circles. And then the circles will open up again, and then you have to go through them once more. Go down this path. And open this cage over here. Wait for these to move, that chest should open up. And then we have to retrieve the blade and escape. So I don't bother killing that enemy when I'm at this stage. And you can actually go past those barriers. You used to have to sort of take the barriers down, but I just sort of walk straight through them now, which makes it a lot quicker. There we go. Okay, so head up. Or down here, talk to Carlette. And that's that shadow goal done. So that's another contract out the way. Okay, we're about 24 minutes in, and it's just nice to have the freedom of having all of the tasks, so you can choose what order to do them in, and you've got all of them available, which is really good because sometimes. Actually, if I have a look at this shadow goal, so like if you can see, complete contract is done, and we've got another one popped up, and we're at 12 out of 20, so we're going to do secret doors. So yeah, what used to happen is Sometimes you might want to do some bounties with a Warband member, but then you haven't got bounties showing up in your goals, and then you had to kind of wait for each other until you both had the same bounty shadow goal so you can do it together. And it kind of, I felt it kind of stopped you sort of playing together more, because everyone was just waiting for those goals to show up. And if they didn't, it was like, oh sorry, I haven't got bounty showing up yet, and I'm sort of saving my bounties until it shows up. But at least now you can just do the hell bounties with your party members, your warband members, clan members, and it will just unlock it because all of the shadow goals are available. So I really liked that flexibility that they've added now, and it's much more friendly when playing with other people. Right, so we'll get this goal done. So it is interesting that, yeah, the blessing before, you used to get blessings showing up a few times. So there was a chance that the receiver blessing used to keep coming up, and it was actually quite a quick and easy one to get done. And I guess now it means that you don't accidentally get yourself in a situation where you have to do the blessings the day after, which is sometimes what did happen. So you could get yourself stuck. So you can see there is no blessing, it was just a 1 of 1. Which means you just get the one blessing, and then you can actually get the rest of the blessings at the same time. And you don't have to worry about receiver blessing shadow goal showing up again. So yeah, it's a really, really good change that they've made here. Okay, let's take all of these out. We just need 8 braces of command, and the drop rate of these is quite high, so okay, just hand these in. There shouldn't be any more contracts, I don't think. I just want to double check if they haven't changed anything in that area after this patch, so let's deliver these items, and then we have to head into the Court of Whispers here for the next part. So we're nearly at the end of this contract now, so just head down here, inspect the immortal corpse, and then you get the gear on. There'll be a portal that gets created. Use that portal, and then on to the next part.
No, not yet.
Okay, we just have to wait for them to create bridge. Just going to hang around, talk to this immortal here. I was supposed to talk to him on the way, but I kind of missed it, so I kept running. I usually talk to him on the way as I'm running towards the bridge, and then it sort of creates it.
That ability must recharge.
Okay, here we go. Take down this guy here, Hassal.
I am renewed.
And that's it. That's the end of this contract. So we'll hand this one in, and then we'll go over to doing... I'll probably get the vault one out the way. I might as well just get that task done and out the way.
Busy day. Busy day.
Okay, so let's collect those rewards. Obviously there's no contracts available, and if we have a look at the shadow tasks now, collect, got Whisperer, rank up, so we've got 13 out of 20. Let's go and do some daily dungeons. So I'm going to hit Party Finder and match up with a random party. It would be nice if we had a skip to boss, but unfortunately not. And unfortunately we got Silent Monastery, which is a long dungeon. That's really annoying. I was hoping we were going to get something like Temple of Imari or Cavern of Echoes.
Are you Kavash? Please, be alive.
Do not let darkness.
Ugh. What is that?
So this dungeon sort of speeds up a bit more around this point.
Beneath the black mists.
Slightly laggy as well. Okay, we head towards the right here. Take out these enemies and then we head back to where we were and take the zip line down, which is the most fun part of this dungeon.
That seal I passed must be broken.
Oh wow, look at these elites here all
What
punched
did
up.
that creature mean by
It's quite a lot of
protecting
elites.
sludge?
Let's see if they're going to interrupt me. That wasn't too bad. It's really choppy for some reason. In certain areas of the dungeon anyway. Okay, just click on this pillar over here. And then keep pushing forwards. So we're just half an hour in at the moment of doing the shadow goals. It's not going too bad so far. Obviously there's still the same number of shadow goals as previous, so you still have to do 20, so that time doesn't decrease. Obviously you still need to do the same, but what is improved now is having the freedom of doing
What is this, Professor?
whichever task that you want without having to keep rolling over 2 tasks. You can just sort of, you're free to do anything you want in that list of shadow goals. So we're trying to basically get as many of the easier shadow goals done as we can, and the ones that are remaining, we'll wrap them up in the last few minutes that we have. So the idea is kind of just to get them done within an hour. You know, if you've got a break for even half an hour, at least that's, you know, half of them you can just get through and get them done. It's definitely worth, as a shadow, to focus on your shadow goals as much as you can on the early part of Monday, just to get them out of the way and help your clan out, and then sort of go about and do any of the other activities and weekly cap tasks when you do have time to play the game. But definitely focus on the shadow goals. And obviously you get decent XP and reward from doing them as well, so it's not like you're not gaining much. The clan's gaining from it and you're gaining as well with your character, so it's a win-win for everyone really.
My people will live.
So yeah, a bit of a long dungeon there that we got, but at least it's out of the way. So if we have a look at the shadow tab now and then click on my rank, let's redeem that. Oh, I've got a trophy as well. So we've got complete a daily dungeon and we're at 14 out of 20. So we're going to exit here and then we're going to jump straight into another dungeon and get matched up with a random party.
Grow ever stronger.
Okay, so we've been matched up now. I just took a few more seconds longer than I was expecting. Okay, so we have a dungeon which is not too bad. This one's quite nice. It doesn't take as long as Silent Monastery. Destruction End's quite a good one. As long as Zoltan does not crash. So we're 35 minutes in.
How splendid. Come, let us meet up with Tal Rasha before he too is a corpse.
Take all these out. It's fun using this build as well. It's not a heavy DPS build. I'm still putting together my DPS dungeon build, but I prefer just being quick rather than dealing most damage, and you just want to get to the end of the dungeon and sort of enjoy the actual flow of it and some of these areas, some of the mini bosses. I don't want to spend too much time killing every enemy and going really slowly through each dungeon, so that's why I've gone in with a build which just has Wraith Form, Bone Armor which increases my movement speed, and these blades which just attack everything around me as I keep running. I am going to skip these scenes though.
Damn it! All that remains is a sword.
And I am also going to redeem my Winds of Fortune battle points and XP today as well. As it's a Monday, I'm just going to redeem them now. Well, after I've done the shadow goals, I'll redeem them.
Bale will overwhelm.
They call him Bale. I think it's supposed to be Baal. Need to confirm that though. I've always remembered it being as Baal rather than Bale, as in Christian Bale. So it makes me laugh each time he pronounces it like that. Okay, so it's about 37 minutes in now. So I started at 12.
Hell flame to remove from our path. Very well.
Keep pushing.
Interesting. This wall is much stronger than the others. Guard me while I dispel it.
Okay, nearly there now.
Not yet. The balance is...
Your ally suffers. Join him.
And we'll jump straight into another dungeon after this as well.
Now, let us reach Tal Rasha and end this.
Just in time, my friends.
And I mean, I could speed things up by leaving as soon as the boss dies and not waiting for the portal, but it's not something I like to do with the party, to be honest. I find that a bit disrespectful, leaving a bit early, so I usually just wait till the portal shows up and then exit via the portal. But you can always obviously shed a few seconds if you just hit exit dungeon once the goal is once the goal is complete and you can redeem it, which is usually as soon as the boss dies.
Demon Lord, I will deal with Bale's minions. Come to the shield. It will protect
Bale's
us from the
minions.
flames.
It's not B-A-L-E. Baal. Okay, here we go. Let's skip that scene. And whilst the portal is spawning, I will have a look at
Yes, but it will
my
not
rank.
hold.
Complete the daily dungeon. So we have 5 more goals left. We've got daily dungeon. We have raid the vault. We have 4 bounties.
Are you mad? Only an archangel's weapon can cleave the world.
So let's get out of here, and I'm gonna hit another random party finder to go into another dungeon again.
Oh, the things we shall accomplish together.
Okay, so I've been matched up again. Let's go back in. Now, obviously, another way you can speed this up is to solo a dungeon on a lower difficulty. So you can obviously drop down to Inferno 2, Inferno 1, or one of the Hell difficulties, and you can just solo Cavern of Echoes, which is a really fast dungeon to do. That would be another way to speed up your shadow tasks even more, but it doesn't really take long to get matchmaking with anyone to do one of these dungeons. So, and obviously the rewards you get whilst you're in a party as well, so I thought why not at least do it in a party rather than solo.
Blood cannot be unspilled.
Okay, let's open this gate.
Run if you like. There is no escape.
Oh wow, that's incredibly laggy. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Ability must recharge. A dead end. I'll have to find another.
The enemy has breached our defenses. Keep them from the mistress. Seal the gate. They are pinned down. Move in, my blood sworn. End this insurrection.
Okay, let's just head up here. This is a nice quick one, so this is definitely the type of dungeon that you want. Forgotten Tower, Temple of Namari, Cavern of Echoes. They're the nice 3 quick ones that you want for these dungeon tasks. Even if you're doing them solo as well. Okay, there we go. Earn 5 bonus chests. Take out the boss.
Inevitable.
Take out the countess, and we will take a look at the shadow goals after that. Unfortunately, I've wasted a couple of minutes actually getting paired up with this party for this dungeon. It took longer than expected, which is a bit of a shame, but still got 15 minutes left. Okay, let's have a look at the shadow goals. Complete a daily dungeon. So now we've got bounties, raid the vault, and tower war. Let's go and do the raid the vault. Actually, I'm going to do raid the vault next. Yeah, I fancy doing another vault, so let's do that. Let's exit here. And then we can do the bounty task afterwards as well. So let's switch over to my vault gear. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite easy to get through all of the shadow goals now. It doesn't take too long. They're quite fun to go through. And now there's just a lot more freedom and variety of which goals you can pick up next. You're not bound by only the 3 that you used to see before, and sometimes locking 1 and sort of rotating between 2. At least now you can, you're free to do any of the different types of goals depending on who you're partied up with and what they want to do as well. You'll both get rewarded. You don't both have to wait for example, bounties to show up at the same time, which is really cool now. Okay, so let's proceed to the next floor and then take a look at the shadow goals. Oh god, you have to press the circle game. Come on. Really? That took longer than it should have. Right, so if we have a look at shadow goals now, you click on my rank. Vault is done. Oh, okay, so Vault's popped up again. Perfect. Okay, I understand how that works now. So yeah, that's going to make it really easy. So we can do another 3 floors of the vault. Each floor is going to count towards another shadow goal. So let's see if that is the case. If we finish this one, exit through here, and I'm going to check again to see what happens. Yeah, this is sped things up here. Okay, so if we have a look at the shadows again, click on my rank, raid the vault, and there we go. We've got 1 more goal left, and that's the vault one. So this will be the last shadow goal, which means I didn't have to do any bounties. I've still got all of my hell bounties that I don't have to do solo, and then I can still do them with my Warband members. And I didn't have to touch Battleground at all. And we only needed 1 blessing as well. So there we go. Let's get out of here. And that's the end of the shadow goals. That was really quick. So it definitely is much, much faster now to get through your shadow goals each week.
Let us face the darkness as one.
So yeah, I realised obviously that I still needed that 1 more vault shadow goal because we did exit the previous vault on that floor, so it didn't count towards a shadow goal for actually raiding the vault. So all I really need is 1 floor here, and that will be it. So yeah, really quick and easy, a lot more flexible to finish your shadow goals now after this patch. Still a decent patch, and yeah, look forward to being able to complete the shadow goals easier now. So if we click on the shadows tab, click on my rank, redeem that one, that's all shadow goals complete. So 20 out of 20 weekly goals. And then down here obviously I've got the challenge quest one. But yeah, that's how quick and easy it is to finish your shadow goals now. Make sure you don't hang around with them and sort of don't drag them out throughout the week. They can be done maybe within 40 minutes, I'd say. So yeah, best to get them out of the way early as you can on a Monday to help your clan out and yourself. And yeah, I think that'll be the end of this part. I think the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to redeem some event rewards. So yeah, I don't have to worry about the shadow goals for the rest of the day or week now. They're all done and out the way, which is nice. So all 20 out of 20 weekly goals done. Still within an hour, and I reckon you can get them done within about 40 minutes. Things to remember are with the vault raids, make sure you check that you've got all of the goals completed for the raid the vault in case you've exited the portal and it's not counted yet. It might be a good idea to get in with a party that does all 4 floors, or just keep repeating the 3 floors with a random party until you finish all of the raid the vault goals, and then clear them. Do the blessing one, leave the battleground, and then with the dungeons you could even do them solo to make it even quicker. So I'm just going to redeem some of these rewards that we've got from Winds of Fortune, because it's a Monday. I'm going to claim these. So what paragon am I now? So I'm 474 paragon, and if we have a look at my battle pass, my point is at 5012 out of 7200. So let's go ahead and redeem these rewards. So I'm going to do the XP first. Wow, that's a lot of XP. That's pushed me to Paragon 475. And now I'm going to redeem 400 battle points. That's increased my battle pass level to 12. And if we have a look at the codex, 5412 out of 7200. And if we have a look at the activities here, just redeem them. And I've got a few of these to collect as well. So there we go, that's the end of this video. Kind of just wanted to show post-patch with the new shadow goal system, what it sort of looks like as a shadow getting through those goals, how quick and easy it is to get through, and so now you've got that flexibility of just choosing which ones you want to do, and sort of leave those bounties to do with a Warband member, leave the battleground because it takes too long, get the other ones out the way, and that's all you will need to get these done really quickly on a Monday. So hopefully that helped anyone, or anyone that's not really played the game and they just want to have a look at some gameplay to see what a shadow gameplay is like. Hope this was useful. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.